Hey everyone, well, this is Jenny, and it's been, at least a year, I think, since I've posted a video, and life was busy, and I think I lost interest in posting videos. I would like to start this video, I guess, by doing an update. If you have been a subscriber or watched my videos in the past, then hopefully you guys are still subscribed and will find this video and I'll just be able to give you an update. If you're new to my channel, haven't watched my videos, then welcome. I guess I've been making videos. So if you're new to my channel, I've been making videos for over 10 years, but definitely on and off. I've taken many breaks over the years, just based on whatever my schedule has going on and just whether I'm motivated to make videos or whatever. So this is, and if you're new to my channel, I do all like wax hauls and reviews and stuff like that, scented wax melts. So I do want to start this video with a life update. You guys can obviously see that the view in this video is different. Again, if you have watched my videos in the past, I moved to Philadelphia about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks and 2 days. And this is something that's been in the works for, over probably close to 8 months. I think one of my last videos I posted, I had mentioned how I switched companies. So I now work for a different company than I did before. The company I was with before, I was with for like 14 years. So I was there for a long time and I worked remotely in Arkansas. When I switched jobs to this new company, I did that on the condition that I could stay remote in Arkansas. Like that was my plan. I didn't have intentions of leaving Arkansas, at least not while I was still working. I didn't want to relocate. But the company I came to, I actually had worked with the guy who he co-leads our practice, like the company I work with. So I'm a forensic accountant. We have like 4 different service lines, and the service line I'm in, the guy I work with most, he co-leads that practice. And him and I worked together like 20 years ago, back in the day when we were both like a lot new-ish in our careers. So we just reconnected through this new job opportunity. I didn't actually realize that he worked with this company at the time that I first started interviewing. And obviously I learned that during the interview process. But so when I moved to Arkansas, the idea was that for me, I was like, it's a cheaper cost of living compared to California. I could buy a house. And in my mind, I thought when I get to retirement, I could have that opportunity to maybe live in other places or go explore other places, like go spend 6 months in Europe or whatever, right? That was the idea, that Arkansas would allow me to do something like that because the cost of living there was so much cheaper. It's not as cheap as it used to be, particularly in the area of Arkansas that I'm in, but it's still definitely cheaper than like coastal cities. Back in April with this job, kind of randomly, the guy who co-leads our practice that I work with mostly said, I was planning a trip to Philadelphia for work, and it was going to be the first time I'd come here. And he was just like, hey, yeah, I want, to introduce you to some partners. I want to connect you with some attorneys here. And who knows, maybe you'll like it and you'll want to move here. And my instinct response, because I did not think about it at all, was I'm not opposed to living in another city for a couple of years. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of why I moved to Arkansas, so I could have that flexibility to live other places if I wanted. Now, originally, for me, my thought was when I retire, but I was like, that would kind of be cool to go live in another city. At that point, I hadn't been to Philadelphia ever. And so he's like, okay, well, let's explore that when you're out here. So fast forward several months, there was a lot of things that had to get put into place to make it happen, both for me personally and for the company, to kind of, justify me moving, because they paid my cost to live here, to kind of get all of that approved and everything. And so it took a while, but essentially the primary purpose for me being here in Philadelphia for the company is that I'm helping to lead part of a team for this huge case that we have that's probably going to go 3 to 5 years. And so one of our core teams on this project is in Philadelphia. So I'm helping to run that team, and then also just to help grow our office here. So that was kind of the main business justification. And then for me, I just thought it would be a fun new experience. So that's kind of what happened. So I've been here like literally 3 weeks and 2 days. I moved here though, like 2 Fridays before Thanksgiving. So I was here for like a week and a half, and then I went back home back to Arkansas for 5 days for Thanksgiving. And then I came back. So I really this weekend was my weekend to really get unpacked and settled in, which I pretty much have done. I kept my house in Arkansas because in theory, so this move to Philly is in theory temporary. Like my contract is for a year. Ideally, we're thinking, like me and my kind of supervisor, the guy I work with, like we're thinking probably more like 3 years is how long we'd like me to be here. But that's all TBD, right? Like I think I'm open to staying longer potentially if I really like it here. Who knows, so we'll see. But I'm here for now. And so I'm recording from my apartment. And I thought like this is a cool view to share because I am in like a high-rise apartment building. And so let me see. So that building that has a little point at the top, that's actually my office. I'm facing east, so the sun rises on this side. And really cool part about my apartment, it's literally all windows. Like I'm on the end of a building, and my apartment, it's kind of like long and skinny, and it takes up the whole end of this floor, and so it's all windows, like wraparound windows on all 3 sides. Like when I saw this apartment, I was like, oh my gosh, like I need this apartment. Originally, the first one I looked at was the same floor plan, just like several floors down, and I was like, it kind of looked out. This white building here it looked more just at this white building, and like the parking lot like next to it because it was kind of low. But when they're like, oh, we have one on the 16th floor, I was like, let me check that out. So anyhow, so I love the view. I keep my blinds open in the living room. It's like very open concept, right? And it's a 1-bedroom apartment. It's not huge. But like the little like kitchen, dining room, living room area, I just keep the blinds open all the time because I just love during the day, the natural sunlight, and at night, I love all the city lights. So it's really cool. And then let's see, I think that's it. Like other than that, moving, that's like the biggest thing. Not much else new, work and family and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so I'm excited to explore Philly. If you live in or around the Philadelphia area, or, one of the things when I first decided like, okay, yeah, I'll move here, I didn't realize Philadelphia was literally like on the border of New Jersey. So there's a couple folks in the wax community that are in Jersey that I've reached out to say, hey, like I'm going to be in Philly, like let me know if you'd like to meet up on the weekends. So if you're someone that like we've chatted, or even if we haven't chatted and you're interested in like connecting, like I know no one in Philadelphia but my coworkers, right? So I really, need to be intentional about getting out and making friends and meeting people and all of that stuff. So if you are in or near the area, like definitely reach out to me. I will friend people on Facebook that are in the wax community. I make sure though that like I can tell you're in the wax community, or if you want to message me, like leave a comment here and direct me to maybe like what your Facebook page name is or something like that, and we can connect there. You can also direct message me on Instagram. I am just _Jenny 2021 on Instagram. So if you find me there, send me a direct message there and let me know, because I'm definitely down to like meet up with people whenever possible. So that's my like life update. Let me know down below, like how have you guys been? How was your Thanksgiving? I know Thanksgiving passed not too long ago. And have you decorated for Christmas? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you excited for Christmas? Christmas, obviously, like now the holidays are gonna be very different for me. I've never lived in a state other than like different from my family, like my immediate family, my parents, my sister, my nieces, my nephews. I did have one niece that was living in Arkansas for several years before the rest of the family kind of moved there. But this is the first time that I'm like in a state where now I'm gonna have to travel home for the holidays, So, and I am gonna go back home for Christmas. But so it's just going to be a different experience. I haven't decorated for Christmas at all in my apartment because one, I was just trying to get unpacked and settled in. And then two, I don't have much storage. Like the apartment's a decent size for one person. Like the bedroom's big. Like it feels very spacious. And I'm sure a lot of that is because of all the windows. It makes it feel very open. But the closet in the bedroom is teeny tiny. And if you guys ever watched my wax collection videos, like, you know, the huge closet I had in Arkansas. So it's like a teeny tiny closet. And then there is a hall closet too when you first walk in that I'm using as another bedroom closet basically. So the reason I say this is because I'm like, okay, if I get a tree, well, one, we're not allowed to have live trees in the building because of the risk of fire. So if I get a fake tree, then like literally where am I going to store it? So I think the building has like storage units you can rent, which maybe that's something I'll look into. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll see. So right now, this year, I don't know that I have a poinsettia plant. That's pretty much it. Beyond that, I don't know that I'm going to decorate. So anyhow, I know this is a long intro, long catching up, whatever, but I am going to use this video to also do my Dessa's Homespun Scents haul. So I did move some wax with me. I moved like 2 boxes plus a small suitcase of wax with me because I'm like, I have to have my wax. Granted, I do go into an office Monday through Thursday. Fridays, pretty much everyone works from home on Fridays, so I'll be working from home Fridays as well. But so I'm not going to be obviously getting through as much wax as I would normally do, but I obviously had to bring my wax with me because, you know, I can't be without it. So yeah, so let me jump in. And so yeah, and then any outstanding orders I reached out to the vendors and said, hey, I moved to Philly, can you update the address? Because I had Dessa's, Second and Spruce, and Teddy B's that were all outstanding when I moved. So all of them were able to change my address and get it shipped here. So I'm going to do Dessa's, I'm going to do Second and Spruce, and then Teddy B's, I did order some more stuff from her RTS. So I'll probably do that once the RTS comes in. So with Dessa's, I do have some samples. Okay, so the other thing is I don't have a tripod with me. So this setup is not obviously ideal. I will need to get a tripod and get a better setup. But right now, the only table I have is my desk. I don't have like a dining room table yet. So anyhow, first sample, here's Candy Cane Forest. I've had this scent before. It's a beautiful kind of candy cane, which is like peppermint and sweet vanilla with her like tree scent. Oh my God, this smells so amazing. I think I'm gonna put this in after I finish this video. That's beautiful. This next one here is Cranberry Oatmeal Crumble. I'm trying to think I've had this one before, but look, isn't that so cute? A cute little house. That's adorable. A little like gingerbread house kind of looking thing. That's really good. You get the sweet kind of juicy cranberry with that yummy oatmeal. It's not real spicy, at least on cold. I feel like I might have had this scent before. I'm particular about cranberry because I feel like some cranberries come off a little like artificial plasticky to me, but that one smells good. This is Main Street Blueberry Waffles. So I think it's her Main Street blend, which is like in her Disney or her, what is it called? What does she call it? She has like a Disney collection, but I don't think she calls it Disney. Maybe it's her Main Street collection. Is there coffee in the Main Street blend? I'm not sure. There might be a hint of coffee, but it is more bakery and blueberry. And there might be a touch of coffee. I can't remember, but that smells delicious. The next sample is Pretzel Cart, which I think I've had this one before. I don't have the scent notes for any of these right now. It's, you definitely get like the buttery saltiness of the pretzel. I think there's other bakery notes in this. I don't know offhand what they are. It is a little rich and a little heavy. I tend to shy away from scents that have a buttery note in them, just because sometimes to me it just comes off a little heavy, like that kind of like popcorn buttery type scent. But that one's good. I'll melt it, but I don't think it's like gonna be a favorite of mine. Okay, so this order, I got all tubs. And basically, I think there's only, yeah, I got all tubs because I like the way that tubs keep the wax. Rather than bags, especially with Dessa's wax. So I just feel like it's a better option. And then there's 2 scents that I got 2 tubs of, which, yeah, they're both scents that have like sugar plum, which is the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies oil, which most vendors carry that now. So I'll point those out when I get to them. And then I did melt one scent already last night. So this first tub, this is the one I broke into already. This is Old Man Winter. This is definitely a new scent to me. I feel like it's probably a new scent for her for this opening. I missed her prior opening, which I know some of these scents carried over that were new in her prior opening and carried over to this one. So it could either be, it could have been new in the last one, but I know it's new to me. So this is roasted pine cones, white birch, Palo Santo, sugar cookies, and marshmallow fireside, which, yeah, I melted this the other night. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It is so gorgeous. The white birch and Palo Santo give it that like tree, slightly like not masculine, but like that warm, deep kind of scent. The roasted pine cones also gives you that kind of tree, wintry vibe. You might hear a train. So I am close to the Amtrak station. So I do hear a train go by once in a while. And then sugar cookies gives a little bit of sweetness. It's not an obvious cookie scent, but I know when I got this in the warmer, that warmth of the sugar cookie, marshmallow fireside, and Palo Santo really did come out. This is just a gorgeous, warm, kind of Christmassy type scent. It's beautiful. Like you're going to find that like all the scents I have are all like Christmas scents for the most part. This next one here is Baby It's Cold Outside cider. And I have had the Baby It's Cold Outside. That's mulled apple cider, apple butter. Wait, no. Okay. So the Baby It's Cold Outside, I don't remember which one it is, but the mulled apple cider must be the addition. So is Baby It's Cold Outside apple butter, caramel sauce, and gingerbread cookies? I don't remember. So this is definitely more of like a fall type scent. I will still melt fall throughout winter. Like if I start getting tired of like a more fallish scent, then I may stop. But for now, like I haven't really melted a lot of fall yet. But yeah, this is really good. You get a little bit of that cider note and the apple from the apple butter. Let me see. I'm going to pop this out so I can smell the bottom. Yeah, so good. It's not like super strong on cold, but it does smell really good. Definitely some spice from the gingerbread. It's just apple and cidery and a little bit of spice and like sweet and delicious. So that smells really good. This next one here is Enchanted Christmas. This is Christmas trees, sugar cookies, and vanilla buttercream frosting. This is another one that is new to me. I think a lot of these scents are new to me, I'll be honest. There's a few repeats, but... and I just went hardcore on all the Christmas scents. Yeah, this is just a beautiful, sweet bakery tree scent. So good. I love all tree scents, and I probably have way more than I would ever get through this winter and Christmas time. But that's okay. So yeah, it's basically just a tree scent with like that sweet cookie and frosting scent. It's really, really good. Now this is almond buttercream pie. It's almond cream, vanilla buttercream, and graham cracker pie crust. This, I have not had this blend from her if she's had it in the past, but this is so good. It reminds me, the almond in this is very much that like amaretto type almond. And it reminds me a bit of that one from Second and Spruce. What is the almond bakery one she has? Yeah, it smells good. You definitely have to like that heavy almond type scent for this one, which I do love. So that one smells fantastic. This next one here is Roasted Chestnut Nights. It's her roasted chestnuts with sweet brown sugar, beech nights, and white birch. So I tend to not try to go overboard on beech nights. I loved beech nights when it first like came out in wax, and I overdid it and I got sick of it, and now I have to do it in small doses, and that tends to be the same. I can enjoy it in a good blend as long as it doesn't overpower that blend. So I was excited to give this one a try. Yeah, you definitely get the beech nights in this one. And I get a bit of the white birch. So it does give this very much of a birch winter night type scent. I don't distinctly smell the roasted chestnuts or the sweet brown sugar, but I do think it helps kind of marry the beech nights and the white birch together. So there is a sweetness to this, but this is actually quite beautiful. So I will say the beach nights it's there and it's very present, but it doesn't overpower this blend. That white birch is really helping balance this out. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. I will sometimes take these out of the container to smell the bottom, because I feel like you get a better sense of how it smells. Now I will say all of these are layered, but I don't believe she's actually layering the fragrance. I think it's just colors, like layered colors, but I think the blend is throughout. But correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone knows differently. So this next one is Changing Seasons. This is roasted pine cones, orange peel, juicy mandarin, peppercorn, and clove. I love clove scents. I love that like orange peel type, not like juicy orange, but that more like essential oil type orange, or like the orange peel oil, not really essential oil, but that orange peel fragrance. I love that so much. So this one was as excited for sure. Yeah, that is so beautiful. I definitely get the clove and the orange in this. It's definitely more mandarin, orange peel, and clove. On cold, the roasted pine cones is kind of definitely in the background on this one. This will be beautiful. It's definitely more of a bright kind of orange type scent. So, but it's very pretty. This next one here, I think I feel like I might have had before. This is Blue Sugar Bonfire. So this is blue sugar, smoked vanilla, toasted marshmallow, and Bonfire Bliss. I love Bonfire Bliss because to me, it's more of just like a creamy, slightly kind of charred note. It's not real smoky, I don't feel like. It's very creamy. It's a beautiful scent. That with blue sugar, I love blue sugar. And then you add the smoked vanilla, toasted marshmallow. Like it's a gorgeous blend. I think the smoked vanilla in this is giving it a little bit of like a bit of a perfumey, it's not perfume, but a little bit more of a body care type scent. Or maybe that's the blue sugar. I don't know, this is really pretty. It smells different than I expected it to, so maybe I haven't had this one. But this one almost leans more like it could almost be a body care scent. Yeah, it's really pretty though. It definitely leans a little bit more masculine, I would say. But I do really like it a lot. This is Pumpkin Sugared Woods. This is smoked vanilla, cedarwood, barnwood, sugar cookies, and pumpkin pecan waffles. I'm not the biggest fan of pumpkin pecan waffles, but in a blend, if it's blended well, I can enjoy it. But it tends to be a very heavy scent oil for me. This one's gorgeous. This one, you definitely get the pumpkin pecan waffles, but it is so well balanced with the barnwood and cedarwood, those woodsy notes. Oh my gosh, like that's what I get is the cedarwood and the barnwood. It smells so amazing. And a little bit of sweetness from the sugar cookies. I don't know that I'm distinctly getting the smoked vanilla, but that is beautiful. That is a beautiful woodsy like pumpkin pecan waffle. So that one I'm very excited for. This one is a Northwoods Christmas. This is spiced cranberries, winter pines, Macintosh apples, and vanilla voodoo. Her vanilla voodoo is white birch and I think some vanilla fragrance oils. I love her vanilla voodoo and I love it even more so in blends. So this just sounded beautiful to me. Again, another new to me scent. I just don't recall if it's new to this pre-order or not. This is gorgeous. I definitely get the vanilla voodoo in this. Get a touch of the spiced cranberry. The winter pines, because vanilla voodoo is that white birch already has kind of a little bit of that like tree note, but the winter pines gives it more of like a Christmas tree. And the Mac apple's in there, but just barely. Yeah, this is beautiful. Very tree winter. It's beautiful. Northwoods Christmas is definitely a great name for that one. This next one here is Winter Chalet. This is cinnamon rolls, sugared Macintosh apples, Fraser fir, and pine trees. I love the color of the top of this. Look at how it's not the best lighting because it is getting dark. I mean, it's not that late. What time is it? It's 4:20. That's funny. But I looked at the clock literally at 4:20. So it's not that late, but the sun sets on the other side of this building. I'm facing east, so it just starts to get dark pretty quick. This is beautiful. I definitely get a lot of the tree, the Fraser fir and the pine trees. The cinnamon rolls, it's not heavy cinnamon. There's a little bit of that like bakery cinnamon in there and a little bit of that apple. Very pretty, but definitely very heavy on the tree. So that one is gorgeous. This one I've had many, many times. I love this one so much. It's Polar Express. I tend to not really like chocolate and wax, but this one is fantastic. So it's rich hot chocolate, candy canes, and a backdrop of Fraser fir. To me, it's not just a backdrop. Like that Fraser fir is definitely very present in this blend, but it is sweetened by the hot chocolate, and then you get a little bit of that sweet peppermint with the candy canes. Oh, this is like decadent. Like it's something I could even drink. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Like just the chocolate and candy cane. And then the tree is in there. But you feel like you're drinking a peppermint hot chocolate, like sitting next to like a tree farm. So cozy, so delicious. Like love this one. And it's such a fantastic performer. So super excited to have more of that. So this next one here is pink frosted pine cones. This is pink sugar, roasted pine cones, sugar cookies, and toasted marshmallow. I do love pink sugar blended with roasted pine cones. Like it's phenomenal. I feel like other vendors have done that as well. And I just truly love it. Yeah, so pretty. So the pink sugar in here definitely gives it, you know, a little bit of that like sweet, sugary kind of body care with that roasted pine cone. That's what you smell the most, is those two. I mean, maybe the sugar cookie and toasted marshmallow sweetening it up. I think those are oils that will come out a little bit more on warm. Yeah, that's beautiful. You have to like pink sugar to like this blend, but I do love pink sugar. Just, it's an OG fragrance for me. This next one here is Christmas Town. This is fresh brewed coffee, sugar cookies, roasted chestnuts, and brown sugar. Sorry, I'm going to straighten out and try to focus my camera better. Okay, so you guys probably know if you've watched me in the past, I'm not a huge coffee lover and wax. However, there is an espresso oil out there that some vendors I feel like are carrying a lot more. The first time I ever had it was with Glitterati, and it's her espresso cake or something like that. And it's such a nutty coffee scent. I don't get that bitterness because a lot of coffee oils smell a little skunky to me, like skunky and bitter, and that's why I don't like them. But that espresso cake scent from Glitterati is fantastic, and now I've noticed other vendors carrying it. So granted, she calls this fresh brewed coffee, but I can't remember now how Dessa might have described them in her group. I feel like I looked at some descriptions of these scents or something like that. But I was just like, let me give it a shot. Because I'm like, if I don't love it, I can pass it on to somebody else, right? Yeah, and this one to me, either my nose is changing toward like having more of an affinity towards coffee, or the coffee oils are just getting better, or it's just blended really well. Because this one to me smells really good. It is that like nutty coffee, but it's sweet from that brown sugar and sugar cookies. The roasted chestnuts, I guess it's in there. Yeah, it definitely has that nuttiness to it. But it makes me wonder how much of that nuttiness is coming from the coffee versus the roasted chestnuts. But yeah, I really like this one. So definitely of like a coffee bakery type blend. This one here is Christmas movie season. This is fresh pine, cider lane. I love cider lane, cinnamon streusel, and toasted marshmallow. Just thought this sounded amazing. Yeah, her fresh pine oil is so good. It truly is like a Christmas tree scent without it being overpowering. To me, it's not astringent or too sharp. But you get the sweetness of that cider lane in there. I do think that the fresh pine is the most dominant scent, but the cider lane is present. Get a little bit of that cinnamon streusel. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful kind of bakery pine type scent. Okay, this one is one that I got to Pine Cones and Sugar Plums because it has the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies note in it, I believe. So it's roasted pine cones, sugared plums, black pepper, and holiday spices. I love the color of that one. I know it's coming kind of through a lot darker, but yeah, that is definitely Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, which I absolutely love. And then just like that roasted pine cone added to it. So that brings out more of the tree notes. So gorgeous, such a beautiful sweet plum, but with that Christmas tree and the spice notes in it, like holiday kind of simmering spices. Yeah, so gorgeous. I will never get enough of the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, I don't think. So that one is a favorite. And then this one also has the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies in it. So this is Sugar Plum Farms, roasted pine cones, sugar plums, pine trees, peppery spices, barnwood, and vanilla bean Noel. So I think the difference in this is the barnwood for sure, the vanilla bean Noel. And the pine trees, I think, is another oil she adds to this one. Yeah, it's definitely, oh, that's good. That barnwood, I really love the barnwood because it gives it like a earthy, cold air type like feeling to it. Yeah, so pretty. And I do think there's that pine tree oil. Oh, but the sweetness of the plums. God, it's such an amazing scent. So I'm excited to have 2 of those as well. This one here is Fireside Glow. This is tart cranberries, vanilla voodoo, marshmallow fireside, and palo santo. So just, I thought like with the vanilla voodoo and the cranberries at the palo, oh, it sounded beautiful. Yeah, that is really pretty. It definitely gives you kind of that, let me see. Oh, I'm trying to pop it out so I can smell the bottom. I always feel like you smell more on the bottom. It's a very like fresh, the vanilla voodoo tends to have a little bit of a masculine note. I think it's white birch that's in there. Maybe it's vanilla birch. Cranberries is not heavy in this. Even the palo, I don't know that I'm getting a lot of it. I feel like I'm getting a lot of the vanilla voodoo, and then everything else is just like blending together to just amp it up a bit. Yeah, that is really good though. So love that one a lot. Let's see. Where do I want to put these? I feel like I don't want to like block your guys' view too much. So you can kind of see, oops, outdoors. And I keep moving my camera. There you go. So you can kind of still see the skyline view, right? This next one is Nordic Christmas. I feel like I've had this from her. Balsam, cedar, mac apple, bayberry, and winter berries. Oh, so pretty. The balsam and cedar is beautiful in this. The mac apple just gives it kind of a sweetness. It's not overly apple. And sometimes mac apple can like overpower blends, but it definitely does not in this one, at least not on cold. And then the bayberry and winter berries just gives it like a little bit of like a sweet winter berry. So pretty. This one's beautiful. I am going to be like in Christmas tree heaven here with all these scents. This one is Ghost Train. This is brewed coffee, buttery pumpkin oat milk creamer. Again, a little bit of a gamble for me with the coffee, but I thought it would be blended well with like the pumpkin. I don't know, I guess I was just being brave. This one, the coffee is definitely a lot heavier in this one than that other coffee blend. But it is still like a nutty coffee to me and not bitter or like skunky. I mean, it does have some bitterness to it. It is definitely a bitter, nutty coffee, but not skunky. That's what I get most. Yeah, when I take it out of the container, I do smell a bit of the buttery pumpkin. And we'll see, like, just on warm how that is. I don't think it's a blend I would be able to melt a lot, but I think I could definitely enjoy it here and there. This one is Winter Glow. I didn't do this one, did I? No. I don't think I did. Okay, yeah. Pepperberry wreath, buttercream frosting, white cake, and by the fireplace type. This is beautiful. Pepperberry wreath is such a beautiful scent. It makes me wonder, is this like the scent oil that's Christmas at Santa's from Sassy Girl Aroma, and it's Holiday from Teddy Bees? That's what this smells like to me. It smells like Christmas at Santa's, but with that buttercream frosting and white cake. By the fireplace, I mean, maybe I feel like this is giving the fireplace note in the Christmas at Santa's, like more amped up. But it definitely, if you love Christmas at Santa's or Holiday, Christmas at Santa's from Sassy Girl or Holiday from Teddy Bees. And then Second and Spruce has it too. I can't remember what she calls it. You would love this one. It's slightly different, but it's very, very similar to those oils. So yeah, that one's fantastic. This one here is Booze and Bad Decisions. This is aged bourbon, hot buttery rum, leather, pipe tobacco, and smoldering fireplace. Okay, you definitely get a lot of the leather in this. Okay, when I take it out, I get more of the other scents. I get that buttery rum, a little bit of the tobacco. I don't know, it's definitely not a favorite for me. I will melt it. I will try it. But I feel like I'm getting more of the leather and the buttery rum. So we'll see. This next one here is Vintage Christmas. This is evergreen, mulled cider, cinnamon sticks, spiced cranberries, orange pomander, and cloves. I think I've had this one from her before. Oh yeah, so beautiful. You get a lot of the cranberry and orange. Get the cinnamon sticks. It's definitely a cinnamon stick type scent. The evergreen is there, but not super strong. You get the mulled cider. It's beautiful. It's like very wintry type scent. You kind of feel like you're walking down like a Christmas market or something where you smell like the cinnamon brooms and the mulling spices and all of that type of stuff. This next one here, Snowed In. I've had this one before as well. This is fresh snow, balsam and evergreen needles, cranberries and spices, and roaring fireplace. I love this one so much. Oh, so good. You definitely get the balsam and evergreen, like outdoors tree scent. The fresh snow, I think, is more kind of like an air, like a wintry air type scent. And not that there's like a heavy mint, but I feel like there's a little bit of that cooling kind of minty type scent. I'm trying to pop it out so I can smell the bottom. But this is a fantastic scent. Gives you that feeling of being outdoors in like a Christmas tree lot. You get a little bit of the fireplace kind of note to it, but I feel like it's definitely more of the tree and the fresh snow and a touch of spices, but it's beautiful. This is You Had Me at Eggnog. It's creamy eggnog, hint of rum and nutmeg, gingerbread cookies, and frosted cinnamon rolls. I have not had this from her before. I have had her eggnog and like her cinnamon roll scents and stuff like that, which I knew I loved all the notes in this. Oh, so good. You definitely get the cinnamon roll, so there is a good hit of that spice. But then it's creamy from that eggnog and like the eggnog spices. Rum. You get a little bit of rum. It's not too heavy on the rum. But you get the gingerbread cookie. Yeah, really good. Kind of spiced cookie, creamy eggnog type scent. That's yummy. This is Milk, and this is milk, marshmallow, mahogany, and tonka bean. This is the commodity milk type, which I had that perfume. I got it like probably like 2-3 years ago. And I love it. It's such a beautiful scent. I think I actually got a sample of it in like my Allure beauty box. This smells just like the perfume. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful bedroom or bathroom scent when you want something pretty. So if you've ever smelled that perfume, it smells just like it. This is Fall Mornings, another coffee. I'm shocked I got 3 coffee blends in this order. This is fresh brewed coffee, French toast, and pumpkin pecan waffles. And I'm surprised because pumpkin pecan waffles is not a favorite. And I would say French toast is not a favorite. So none of these fragrances would be like favorites of mine. I get the pumpkin pecan waffles the most. Yeah, it's not a heavy coffee scent at all. It's a little bit in there. I feel like it's definitely dominant on the pumpkin pecan waffle. So it's not a favorite of mine, but again, I will definitely try to melt it. This next one here is Winter Chestnut Brioche. This is buttery brown sugar, roasted chestnuts, sweet baked apples, and warm brioche bread. Okay, this one seems kind of light. My nose is probably, ooh, this smells good. Ooh, okay. Wow, what is in this that makes it smell so delicious? I don't know. It's just because to me, it has a little bit more of like there's a warm, not warm fireplace, but like something that's not foody, because all of those are very foody oils. But there's something in this that just amps it up a bit. Wow, that is really good. A lot better than I expected. Yeah, it definitely has like that wintry vibe to it. It's very pretty. This is Wandering Ghost. This is Bonfire Bliss, Vanilla Voodoo, White Cake, and Vanilla Buttercream. Sounds fantastic. I love all those notes. Oh, so pretty. It's just an extra creamy Vanilla Voodoo. If you like her Vanilla Voodoo, this just like takes it to the next level with extra creaminess. It's so pretty. Love that one. And you definitely get that Bonfire Bliss in there as well. So it's gorgeous. This is Honey Pear Harvest. It's honey spiced pear, which is pears, honey, and nutmeg, leaves type, apple, golden nectar, and berries. So I think this might be honey spiced pear, and then with leaves. Yeah, so this is probably the brightest, freshest scent. This is definitely, I feel like, an early fall scent. I would even be willing to melt this like kind of coming out of winter into spring, because it's definitely brighter and a little bit fresher, a little bit fruitier forward than a lot of these other blends I've gotten. And you definitely have to like the pear. To me, this is definitely a lot stronger on the honey spice pear than the leaves. That's very pretty. I like that one. This next one here is Oatmeal Lavender Shortbread. So it's oatmeal cookies, fresh lavender, and sugar buttered shortbread. This is I've seen a blend like this, like an oatmeal and lavender blend from a couple other vendors. Absolutely love them. In the past, I have not been a big fan of Dessa's lavender. So if I loved her lavender, this is probably one I would have gotten like a few tubs of, but I only got the one tub because I wasn't sure. Like her lavender oils have always come off as more like powdery, like laundry detergent lavender or something like that. But in this blend, I think she uses a different lavender. I absolutely love it. And I wish I could like definitely have like a huge loaf of this one. You definitely get the herbal fresh lavender, but it is so creamed out with the oatmeal cookies and the sugar butter shortbread. Such a beautiful bakery lavender. Like, I think I'm going to try and melt this one tonight in my bedroom. That smells fantastic. Okay, just 2 more. This is French Alps. This is pine, evergreen, spruce, fresh mountain air, cinnamon, and cloves. So very much tree and spice. Oh yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. That fresh mountain air, I think, has a little bit of a smoky note to it. Like, you definitely feel like you're breathing in fresh mountain air. A lot of spice. The cinnamon and cloves comes off quite spicy, but you get a lot of the tree note. So you feel like you're kind of walking from outside into like a craft market, like a Christmas craft market, because you get that cinnamon broom type scent with that fresh mountain air and the tree. So it's almost like you're going into like a craft store, from, and you're walking past a tree lot at the same time as you're smelling that mountain air. It's very beautiful, but you do have to like that kind of cinnamon broom type scent. And then the last one here is snowflakes and sleigh rides. I feel like I've had this one too. This is fresh fallen snow, winter pines, and cold crisp air. I love those like crisp air, like winter air. I feel like I've had this one before. Oh, this is just beautiful. Yeah, you get that crisp air. There's definitely a smoky note in this. Wintry pines. Yeah, you get a tree scent. You get that cold air type scent. Definitely smoky. So beautiful. This reminds me of like sitting outside in the snow, bundled up in all your warm winter gear. There's a fireplace. There's a tree lot. Oh, so gorgeous. So anyhow, this is my Dessa's order. I absolutely love it. Super excited to melt all of this stuff or get into all of this stuff. So if you guys ordered from Dessa's, like, let me know down below of like, did you get any of these same scents? Do you have any favorites? Have you started melting any of them yet? Are there any that you got? Are there any that you got that I did not, that you would recommend me keep an eye out for in the future? So thanks everyone for watching. I will talk to you soon.